So last Friday, me and my brother and a couple of my brother's friends went to go to the movies to see this new SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. And I've had my doubts about SpongeBob. I definitely have my own opinion on him. And I think my opinion is that SpongeBob needs to end in a way. The series needs to seriously end. Only because it's been on for a really long time. It's been on Nickelodeon since 1999. But, you know, I hear these things about the show. It's like season 1 to 3 are the best seasons ever, which I can agree with. And then the movie came, and season 4 was somewhat of a mixture of both good and bad. But towards the end of season 4, on to season 5 onward, it's just been a mess. And I totally agree with it. The only new SpongeBob episode that I like is the Christmas one. And I just think the Christmas one has something different to it that we don't see in SpongeBob. But when I heard they were making a sequel to the SpongeBob movie, my opinion changed on SpongeBob. And I was like, I want to see how this goes out. Maybe my opinion would change, maybe it wouldn't. And well, I saw the movie last Friday, and it was good, but it was bad. It had its good things, it had bad things, it had positives, negatives. For me, it's an okay movie. The only reason I say okay is because it didn't fulfill my excitement for it, and the trailers and the posters, they all have something in common. Like, every advertisement that you see about the SpongeBob movie, it all has something in common. It's misleading. It's a misleading trailer, it's a misleading poster, everything is misleading about this. Nickelodeon is giving false marketing on this movie, making it sound like something that it's not. And believe me, I thought it was going to be something else. The plot, however, kind of changed a little during the film, and what I thought it was going to be, it's not going to be. So the reason why it's all like false marketing, false advertising, misleading trailers and posters is because of the one thing that we all thought this movie was going to be, and the one reason why a lot of us were tempted to even see this movie, and that was because of all of the CGI stuff. The whole description of what this movie is supposedly about is that SpongeBob and his friends go above water to get the Krabby Patty formula back. And I can say that happens, but in a way it doesn't. I kind of blame the trailer because in a way the trailer makes it seem like it's something, and then when you see the movie it's something completely different. So this is what the trailer mostly is. The trailer somewhat shows a pirate looking for a magic book, but we don't know it's magic. Then he says it's magic, and whatever he writes in the book it comes to life. And apparently the Krabby Patty formula page is part of the book or something like that. And he takes the formula and creates his own little burger joint, and now SpongeBob and his friends go above the surface to get it back because their hometown is going insane because they don't have their burgers. And that would have been a fine movie, but in a way, that's not what happens. The trailer, like I said, it's making it sound like something it's not. The trailer had, every trailer actually, all the trailers and advertisements, they're showing the same clips over and over again, including the sneak peek that was on Nickelodeon. It's making it sound like it's this big above water adventure, when in actuality, all that CGI stuff doesn't come in until an hour into this 1 hour and 33 minute film. And that's literally how long the film is. It's an hour and 33 minutes. And that stuff doesn't even happen until an hour into the film, let alone it only being 20 minutes. So everything we're seeing in the trailer and in the poster and everything that we see about this movie, that's all at the end. Which makes me want to punch the TV for kind of spoiling the ending. Though it didn't really spoil anything because we didn't see the end of the movie. It's just showing us what is part of the end of the movie. So after seeing it, what it somewhat turned out to be was that it was the story of a pirate named Burgerbeard who was definitely searching for a magic book, and instead of like just saying it's a magic book, he reads SpongeBob's life or something like that. He's reading the story of SpongeBob, which makes me now wonder, is SpongeBob's whole life in this book? Like, is every episode of SpongeBob in the book? Because if it is, I would like that book and would like to tear out the pages of the bad stories, you know. I don't like the new series. It's your typical normal Krabby Patty taker story where Plankton's trying to get the formula, and then it just disappears, and everybody thinks he did it, and SpongeBob is there. He's like, no, he didn't do it, and, well, they don't believe him. So the town goes in havoc. We don't know where the formula went, and it's basically a time-traveling film, and it isn't until an hour, like I said, until we go above the water to find the formula with the burger guy, or the pirate guy, and they become the Avengers, and then the movie's over. And that's really what happened. And it doesn't say it's a piece of the book, like the formula. It's not a page in the book. It's none of that. It's just as if he wanted it, which confuses me a little. Now, like I said, this movie has negatives and positives. The negatives, however, there are quite a lot. Like, I don't like the fact on how Slash, or the hot girls, or Patrick's pants coming off, or the fact on how Burgerbeard shows that he's got the formula. I don't like the fact on how any of that stuff was in the film. I think it should have been in the film. Not even the Monday song that was put on YouTube. That wasn't even in the film, and I thought that was going to be in the film, but it's not. And I don't know if it was because it was cut from the film because of time. I'm not sure. But I didn't like the fact on how a lot of the scenes in the trailer that had to do with being above water weren't in the film. And I mean, I was kind of looking forward to those scenes. Plus, if you look at it a certain way, the plot doesn't really make sense, considering the way that it's going. The pirate takes the book, he's reading it to his bird friends, I guess, and, you know, he's just reading the story, formula goes missing, and we see clips of him reading the book, but then he doesn't read the book, and then he goes on land. And it's really confusing. We don't even see him take it. We hear that he takes the formula, but we don't see it. We see it in the trailer, though. But that could also be false advertising, I guess. What? But enough with the negatives. There are some good parts about the movie, like on how one of my favorite YouTubers, Epic Rap Battles of History, are in it. Yeah, Nice Peter and Epic Lloyd made a little cameo in it, but also had something to do with the awesome rap battle at the end, which was pretty cool. Also, something that SpongeBob doesn't do that much, it shows other things from other episodes. It has continuity in this movie. It's got little references to other SpongeBob episodes, good and bad, and at the end of the movie, if you stick around to it, at the end credits you can see Squidward dancing from his talent show episode, which is funny. But that's really it. That's my opinion on the SpongeBob movie. I give it an okay... It's an okay movie. If you want to see it, I don't even know if it's in theaters by the time this is out, but you should definitely see it if you're a SpongeBob fan. If you're not a SpongeBob fan, then don't see it. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you think that this movie was good? Do you think it was bad? If it was bad, why is it bad? If it was good, why is it good? And do you agree with anything that I said here? Do you disagree? I want to hear it all in the comments, and I might not look at them, but I might look at the comments. I don't know. Also, I want to know what you wanted me to review next. Just leave it in the comments, and until then, I guess I'll see you. I need a haircut.